Hello, everybody. My name is Leander, and I'm coming to you from Glenwood in Queensland, where my husband and I run our own wellness and health retreat here. And I'm a naturopath and a herbalist and a yoga teacher, and big Young Living fan. And as you can see behind me, there's Young Living products that sit in the dispensary that are a huge part of our protocols here in regards to dispensing for health and also for our body work therapies that we do as well. So I'm being blessed to been asked to come and talk to you about the Love Your Health Challenge, and we have this coming up in April. There's 3 products that we're using for the Love Your Health Challenge, and I'm going to be chatting to you about those products. But firstly, I want to talk to you about the name. Love your health, okay? And I believe that the challenge will come from when we don't love our health. Health is when we look at ourselves physically and emotionally and spiritually. And when we find balance within those aspects of ourselves, that's wholeness. And that is when we are in centered and when we are in a beautiful place of health. So whenever anything's going on with ourselves, whether we're not feeling well or whether there's aches or pains, inflammation, or even if our mindset's not feeling completely balanced, it just means that we're off center. Okay, so it comes out off center. But I want you to remember that you are always in an abundance of health. It's just allowing ourselves to take the challenge or take the necessary actions to bring ourselves back to that place of homeostasis or balance. So the beautiful part about these 3 products that we're using is something that you can do on a regular basis. It is actually a very gentle way of helping you to bring yourself back into that balance. When I look at these formulas, we're looking at alkalinity, so cleansing our body. We're looking at cleansing the mindset and lifting ourselves up full of energy and vitality and all those yummy things that actually make health more abundant. So putting these products together is a beautiful for anyone to do on a regular basis. If you're feeling a little bit flat, and you can also take this a little bit further should you want to have a good cleanse from it. So let's have a chat about the products here. So the first one we've got is Sulfazyme. And Sulfazyme is actually a MSM based product. And I just wanted to give you a little look here. In a jar I've got some MSM, and it's actually, as you can see, it's like white powder. But the beautiful part about Sulfazyme is it's in a capsulated form, and it also has included the wolfberry and the copaiba essential oil. So MSM is a fantastic sulfur-based product that actually helps to cleanse the liver. So why is that important for us? I want to chat a little bit firstly about what the liver does. So the liver, I describe it like a big filter of the body, okay? And so if you think of the liver as like a big sponge, during our day we have things that we can actually absorb. So things that we actually eat or our environment factors that we've been around, even energies from communication, things that we think of or things that we've actually been presented in with communication from people. So everything in our day, physically, emotionally, what we eat, what we think, and what we are exposed to in our day, it's like the liver can absorb all those things. Now, the liver has its best time of cleansing between early hours in the morning, so really about 1 to 3 a.m. in the morning. So I describe it as the sponge. So during the day we sponge up all these things, and the time of process or cleansing is early hours in the morning. It's like a big squeeze, so we squeeze out that sponge. So in the morning we wake up feeling nice and fresh, yeah, ideally, and then we have our next day. Now, things are always going to bring challenges and things to our day, but the key here is to remember to cleanse, okay, and what we can actually do to help support the liver in cleansing. MSM is one of those things. It can actually help to support the glutathione in our body, which is actually the detoxification of our body. But another thing I wanted to comment here is before we go to bed, we're actually having this beautiful formula in the afternoon or twice a day. But before you go to bed, try and have a little bit of an emptier stomach. try and have a little bit of meditation or cleansing process before you go to sleep, because anything including anger or frustration can actually be stored in the liver. So when you're wanting to cleanse here, we want to be able to give ourselves the best benefit to cleanse and make that sponge nice and fresh and open in the morning. Now, I promise you, your day will be a lot better. So MSM has that ability to help with the liver cleansing. But what I also love about it is working on the connective tissue. Interesting enough, when we've had some sort of trauma, now I'm sure we've all had a little bit of a bump or a fall, whether it be a minute one or a bigger one in our life, it can create trauma, okay? And in our connective tissue, if you've had any trauma in the connective tissue, even though you've done lots of work to actually heal it, it can actually store, and particularly it can store in joints. And MSM actually helps to come and cleanse through the joints of the body, and giving it a little bit more of what we can describe as an anti-inflammatory. Okay, so it helps to actually reduce any inflammation through the joints or connective tissue or trauma that you may have had in the past. Sulfazyme also has wolfberry, which is a beautiful antioxidant. If we look at wolfberry, it is the colour of red. And what does red remind us of in the body? Is our blood. So when we think about taking an antioxidant, it's actually cleansing our blood, which is fantastic. Our blood is the transporter, so it helps to transport our minerals and things in our body. And when we think of antioxidant, it's an anti-oxidization, so it helps us to get rid of anything that can oxidize us or to put things in our body that actually are toxicity. As I said, every day we are presented with things, so this is about what we can do to actually constantly cleanse. The other thing I want to say around the blood is, if we think about where the blood's originating from, so it's coming from the heart is pumping out the blood. Once again, let's purify the heart space of working with cleansing our emotions and cleansing our thought process of what's going on as you're cleansing your physical self. So it's beautiful. Antioxidants there. And Copaiba essential oil. This is an amazing essential oil. I've actually had some fantastic results working with people with respiratory conditions, so working externally with the oil actually through the chest. And if we think about that, I just mentioned the heart space, so you can actually work with putting it on externally as well. But having it in the sulfazyme, working as an anti-inflammatory, and together with this combination of the three products, you're having an amazing cleanse with the body. But as I said earlier, it's quite gentle. So Sulfazyme, beautiful product. The next product is the Ningxia Red, and so the Ningxia Red is actually based with the wolfberry in it, but it's also got the essential oils. So let's come back to the wolfberry for a minute. This is not like taking a bunch of goji berries. It's actually a concentrated form, which is going to give you a higher aspect of the antioxidants. So it's a beautiful cleansing, and this is something, goodness me, you could have every single day. Stress can create toxicity in our body, and there's a big form, what we call, of oxidative stress. And so what happens is, if we don't actually deal with things on a daily basis, things can build up, and then in our cellular health, blood, we can build up of toxicity. So when you're giving yourself antioxidants every day, or forms of alkalizing every day, you're actually helping flush those things out of your system. And the beautiful part with the Ningxia Red is the essential oils in that combination as well. And they're all based on the alkalizing effect. So awesome product. And lime oil. Yum. Lime oil is an alkalizer. So once again, when we alkalize our body, what happens is we actually give ourselves a sense of lift. Okay, I want to remind us here of essential oils as aromatherapy. Okay, so when you smell lime oil, or when we smell any oils, aromatherapy. So what's happening here is aromatherapy, or a sense of the smell, is working on our olfactory nerve system. So what that means, the olfactory nerve system is the direct message to the brain. So when you smell lime oil, what happens? I don't know about you, but I instantly felt a sense of lift. It's like citrus will give you a lift, but lime oil in generally is it's a beautiful sense of not just lifting your emotions, but lifting your sense of well-being. Like even when we lift with our body, you can literally feel that. So lime oil or essential oils, remembering what we're using it as aromatherapy. So putting it in your diffuser as well as in this drink we're doing is highly recommended to lift your well-being. But the lime oil is a beautiful way to keep that alkalinity. Everything we do in our body to alkalize your body, you will feel a lot more lifted, a lot more clearer, a lot more abundant, and a lot more balanced. So Love Your Health Challenge is a challenge where you can give yourself a complete opportunity to bring yourself back into center. Now, even sometimes we feel a little off center. How amazing to be giving quality products and quality energy into your body to give yourself the best of health. So I wish you all an amazing journey. And should you have any questions, I'm sure that there's lots going on in our Early OMS team that we can all share with our questions with, but also you're welcome to leave notes on this video. So much love to you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye now.